Okay, we got 24 minutes and 12 seconds on this one. It's quite interesting because there are some people that they just need to see their own thinking. And as I see more and more people in history, like Franklin or Napoleon, or to be honest, everyone like I kind of respect like Nietzsche or Dostoevsky, even the Kafka that I don't actually like and have like literally philosophical problems with it. Just yeah, this guy is still like writing to see his own thinking, and for me, it's like writing is the same thing as well. But now that I'm noticing the making these videos is kind of the same thing as well, because funny things that happen that I literally record the video and then middle of the video I use an analogy or something, and then it inspires my writing, and then I go and write, and it's just like quite a nice circle and cycle as well. And the funny thing is that I don't know, like I always been like this, or somewhere along the way, that every time I have a question or I have kind of a problem or something that I want to avoid, I actually either just face it head on or just write on it. And it's quite interesting. Like I remember the one of my channels when I got the first 50K view on um, one of the videos that I posted on that channel, and everyone was like either like saying good things or bad things in the comments, and I'm a very sensitive person, so I was like, okay, why this person is just being this like this, or I imagine I remember one of my channels was like dedicated to music or something, and people were like bashing one of the videos that I was like listening to music. Oh, sound is bad. You're talking too much, and I was just reminded of, okay, just don't watch. It's like I don't get it. Like a couple of things that are like in the world, and sometimes I just don't understand myself either. That why do I care about like some things that are being said by some people that actually don't know me, and it's just like kind of I look at it at from the place of curiosity as well, that I really want to understand the other side's arguments, but sometimes it's just, yeah, people just want to bash and just go. It's literally like you are in a game and you see someone, and you just want to, yeah, you just want to fight them or something, and that's, I cannot even like intellectualize it and say, okay, this is because of this, that, and I don't know people, and I can assume things about people, but at the end of the day, I don't know them, and it's just, I think I just like seeing my own thoughts, and it makes them clear for me. Maybe that's shit. That's why I write. I literally see my characters and I see the words on the page. It's kind of like it's just so peaceful to me to think that way. And I usually don't actually think other than either writing or just talking to people, my friends or whatever. It's just I really don't like to just be in the silence of my own thoughts, because somehow it's just there's a distance between what I think and what I feel when there is no medium. And maybe this is the like these videos are for that as well. Let's say like in 10 years I look back and I see, okay, where was my mind at in that kind of stretch of time? Because when I I literally look back at things I wrote like 10 years ago, I still feel the person writing it. I don't have any memory of the person who wrote that, because that's how our brains function or something. A friend of mine literally says it quite nicely that you don't shit, you don't think 10 years ago was actually 10 years ago. It feels like it was like 2 or 3 months ago. And but the gap is more than even 10 years. It's just like a very interesting kind of contortion of time, that it feels so far away, but it's still like uh, graspable or something, if that's even a verb. And for me, it's like because I've been writing for like 18 years, I look back and when I see my writing, and the oldest one has been like recently that I've seen, um, it was like about 10 or 11 years ago, and I see myself writing it, the emotions, the feelings, the person writing it, but I don't recognize that person at all, because it was like 11, 10 years ago. And it's just like so fascinating to me to see how the emotional kind of the emotions are intact on the page, but the person is like quite like distant. Even like looking at the structure, the craft mastery or whatever, you see at least I see the growth, but I see the core of it being intact as well, which is quite fascinating to me, because even these days when I read my own writing, I rarely do, but sometimes I need to remind myself of some characters' placement or whatever. I I see like the time stamp of like feelings and kind of belief system that is kind of interesting to me. I don't know like how to explain it, but yeah, it's kind of like interesting to me. And of course, I'm like I'm human. I feel shame. I feel like embarrassment or whatever, just going in front of a video and not only exposing myself, but also like no edits, no cuts. It's literally me. um, yeah, capturing every moment of my life that I find interesting for my future self, maybe some other people as well, but primarily like the documentation of my life. Because like I'm 26, and I easily, let's say something random or out of ordinary is not gonna happen. I easily can live like 30 to 40 more years. And I'm like dying to understand that, okay, where the next 10 to 20 years of my life is gonna go. Not only in the, let's say, logistics of life sense of it, the money, the kind of relationships, the people to meet, the surprises of life, good or bad, but also the person, the person that I either recognize or don't, because in these videos it's like I just do it as it is, and it's just like so fascinating to me that I rage, I scream, I just pour in the emotions onto it, because this is literally my form of writing as well. Today I'm calm, tomorrow I'm gonna be pissed, maybe not, maybe yes, and I need to understand what is the totality of my identity that is the side of me that leaks out, um, the real me, or the part of me that actually is like even raging, even screaming and cursing and saying fuck this, fuck that. Still, there's this kind of pattern of recognition. It literally reminds me of my own reaction of my writing to my writing when I was like about like 10 years or 11 years ago. I recently uh, came across my writing of 10 or now 11 years ago, and it's just so strange, because 10 years ago I would be 15, 11 years ago I would be 15, and I would definitely be another mental state and physical state and everything. Like, but when I read um, what I wrote, it feels like as if I wrote this yesterday, but it's time stamped and literally um, kept in a form that, yes, this is 11 years ago. And the funny thing is, it's just like sense of not familiarity, but also um, distance as well. That it's just like kind of so annoying to me that I recognize the person, I don't remember the person, but I feel every emotion of that person writing it, and that person is me, but I don't remember that person at all. I barely remember in which state and in what conditions I wrote that, but the emotions are literally non-linearly present, as if the I understand every emotion of the world and words, as if it's like I don't know how to like even uh, articulate it, because it's just I understand it as if it's someone else has written this, but at the same time, I know it was me, and I understand why these are the things that are being written, and but still the distance is there. There's this like intimate distance that is just so close, but there is this otherness to it. It's just like quite interesting because even fundamentally it was in Persian, not even in English, and it's like the whole language barrier on top of the whole thing as well. And it's just I remember like a couple of other pieces that I wrote like 8 or 9 years ago as well, that I had a couple of good memories with good people, and very interesting memories as well. At that time, attached to the writing, but it's like a capsule of identity that you literally send this writing to me in 50 years, and I still understand that person. I see the emotions so clearly of the moment that this has been written. I don't, at least now, necessarily recognize the person, but there is this kind of mutual temporal understanding of what has been written. It's just like so fascinating. And looking back at like these videos as well, or my other channels, it's sure there is shame, there is exposure, there is okay, what the fuck am I doing, and why the fuck am I inviting? It's just so fascinating with YouTube, at least, is that you're either inviting hostility or some level of exposure, or you're inviting ignorance, and both of them is like I've had the like not a viral video or something yet, but in my little scale of things, I've had like a video with 100K views, 170K, I think it was views. That one didn't have my face on it, but like the one who had my face on it had like 50K views as well. So the based on that, the comments, the like ratio, or even the AdSense or whatever, but the whole like range of all of it is just like I go back to it. I don't understand like the documentation of the whole cognition and thinking. I do it in any form. I write, I journal in the shape of these videos. I have shit ton of screenshots of moments that I find quite interesting. This is kind of like documentation for either, let's say, for some other person, or actually, actually for my future self. Because even like 10 to 12 years ago, I still would have this idea of preserving my poems and writings. For whatever the reason, I found it was very interesting to do so, and just for myself. And now that I look back, and the funny thing is, I barely have the excuse or even time to look back, but sometimes when it comes up with old friends, or just my Evernote sending notifications, hey, after 10 years, we're now paywalled or something, get your shit out of our servers or something. These excuses make me go back and see, wow, I wrote this. And there is like whole another experience of reading what you wrote like 10 years later. And imagine like I'm 26, and when I look back at one of these videos, I'm like recording a lot of them, and I definitely won't have the time to watch any of them, let alone like all of them in 10, 20, 30 years, because it's gonna compound like every single day and whatever. But to have this in the semi present time in 10, 20 years is just, it's just, it's just like so fascinating to me. I don't know, like maybe it's the curiosity or the need to have proof of existence or something, because we all die, so that's a somber fact of the whole thing. So maybe this is fight uh, for just proof of existence. Then maybe that's why people write. Definitely why most writers write, philosophers or something that I read their lives in, and it's just like so fascinating that you go in front of a video, you yap, and you don't know, like the video that went like about like 100k or something was just random idea that I had, and I uploaded in one of my channels, and it was good with reception or whatever. Or a gaming channel of mine that had like another kind of similar video. It was just an idea, and it went quite like it was quite well received or something. And it just like it, the vulnerability, but also the mm, transparency of it is just like so fascinating to me, because the moment you literally hit upload, you don't know this video is gonna be at 0 views. Definitely, like with some channels, I know it's gonna like get like 10 initial views, and after that 100, and after that it's gonna at least have 1 or 2k. If it's the gaming channel, 10k. But some of the like most personal, like documentary channels that I don't edit thumbnail or anything, and it's just freestyle of thought, you don't know. You literally don't know, okay, this video is gonna sit at 0, the pressure of ignorance, let's say, or it's gonna have some attraction, and it's just gonna have it's gonna invite hostility, or just maybe just some people you definitely don't know, and they're just gonna have a clip of your whole life condensed into 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes, and this is gonna be the snapshot of your life. You could say you don't care, but you are literally committing to an unknown while uploading a video. It's literally, you actually don't know how many people are gonna see this to be mentally prepared for it. If it's 0, 10, thousands, or more, it's just like so interesting as an experiment.